Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Not on my mouse. Sarah, you asshole. My name is April, and today we're doing one of my favorite things, which is propagating plants. Not only are we propagating plants, but we're making a propagation box to put them in. Within the last week, I've taken several cuttings from my houseplants. I've taken some today, and I kind of wanted to make a big propagation box so they would all be in one area propagating. I also really like the way propagation boxes look. In my first video, I did something like a propagation box. It was just a small little container. I've rooted many plants in sphagnum moss and perlite, and that's what we're going to be putting the cuttings in today. We have a variety of different kinds of plants, including some string of pearls, some more baby tears, this begonia cutting we're going to take some wet sticks from and propagate that leaf, this Hoya cutting as well. If you're interested in watching me make a propagation box with several different kinds of houseplants, then just keep watching. Okay, first I have this container here. I was actually using this container to mix my soil in. Since I don't plan on transferring any of those cuttings to soil, I figured I could use this to make a propagation box. I'm going to be doing a mixture of perlite and sphagnum moss. Let me make it so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And when I do have pants on. But I do have some perlite here that we're just gonna put at the bottom of the box. Oof, very dusty. Get away from me! And then we're taking sphagnum moss and I'm just gonna disperse it on the top. Some people do just sphagnum moss or just perlite, but I do like to do both. And I'm not putting too thick of a layer because I don't feel like it's necessary, honestly. Now, before I add the cuttings, I am just going to add some water to this. Trying to get it all wet. I still have my lemonade pitcher with my Dyna-Gro in it. I mean, I've made several mixtures since then because I have several thirsty Monstera. Add some more. I'm kind of doing this so the sphagnum moss gets wet, since we put the perlite at the bottom. Add a little bit more water in the dry areas. Or the rest of the water. Oh yeah, that's better. Just pouring out the excess water. Now we have our damp prop box, and I'm just gonna whack it down onto this surface just to decompact it or uncompact it. It doesn't have to be completely separated like the perlite and the sphagnum moss, because like I said, people use sphagnum moss or perlite to propagate things, so you can obviously mix them. I do have these Hoya leaves. I'm just gonna stick in here. I have two of these just plain leaf cuttings. Let's add some rooting hormone. I'm just using the Clonex gel for my rooting hormone, which I'm just dipping the ends in and sticking them in a spot. So I just put them down in the box like so. I'll show you the cutting that I took those leaves off of. Very pretty Hoya. It's a lot of rooting hormone. So far, so good. I'm gonna cut those off though. Another plant that I'm really excited to propagate is this begonia leaf cutting. I was trying to water propagate it, but that's definitely black. It's not mushy though, so I think I can propagate it. I'm just gonna cut off these little things that are rotting. So we are gonna try to take a few stick propagations, wet stick propagations, which look like this. And we're gonna place them down in here. Oh my god, not a mealybug! Oh god! And then I think I'm just gonna stick That's what the begonia looks like in there. Very cute. I also have this little container full of perlite. I might put some cuttings in here as well. I cut off the top few balls or pearls on my string of pearls cutting. I did that with all of the cuttings just to give the roots somewhere to sprout from. I'm making a little hole for them before I lay them down. I'm gonna put my baby tears cuttings in really quick and I'll show you the progress so far. I'm gonna try to propagate a little node of this just to see if it will root. Ooh, definitely just dropped it. Shove that in there. Put a little rooting hormone on here. Did I just get rooting hormone in my hair? I think I did. A little dunky dunk. A little plunky plunk. I'm gonna show you guys what the string of pearls and the baby tears looks like. The baby tears is right in this little corner. It will fill in. String of pearls is right here. Begonia's on the other side. It's coming together well. Next, I kind of want to add these succulent cuttings that I took from a succulent that I have. I think this is called the windowsill Hawardia. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I actually had let these callus overnight. So they're pretty crunchy now. Pretty crispy. Let's stick you guys over here. I think I tried to do this with this plant last summer. And I had no success, but I don't think I did it like this. I don't know what I was doing last summer. I still don't know what I'm doing. My succulents have propagated themselves before, but I don't think I've actually propagated a succulent. So I'm very excited. I also have a big cutting that I kind of just, what is this? Is this rotted? I think this is rotted. I think that is rotted, so I'm cutting it off. How gross. This is what the bigger version of the windowsill Hawardia looks like. I'm gonna stick the end of it into the rooting hormone and stick him in here as well. I really want to make a terrarium. I think I'm gonna do that soon. Okay. You can't really see that well because everything, oh yeah you can. Those are my little succulents right there. Next, I do have a bunch of Scindapsus pictus cuttings to put in. They're just leaf cuttings with nodes that I want to grow new plants from. You really want to make sure the node is covered completely with sphagnum moss. Well, at least I try to make sure it is. Push this little thing down into the dirt. And they're just so cute. I wish my mother plant looked as cute as these cuttings, but she is just a monster. She's everywhere. She's all over the place. I mean, she's beautiful, but that is a crazy plant. This is so adorable. There, that's a lot of cuttings in there. My succulents right there. String of pearls right there. I had to put, ooh, this thing keeps falling. But this is what it's looking like for now. I really like the way it's coming along. Just a few more cuttings. I put the wet sticks in this little container of perlite just to see what they do. I actually completely cut back my Enjoy pothos. This pothos. The pot is right over here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not picking it up because it's heavy as hell. But this pot over here has no leaves on it. I know it's gonna grow back, so I just left it there, added a little bit of water to it. I did cut all of the leaves off. Some leaves I did save, some leaves I've thrown away, and I'm probably gonna throw some more away today. This was my favorite leaf on it, so I really wanted to save it, and it came off with some roots. Should I cut these off? No, they look too healthy. Yeah. I'm actually gonna put this cutting in water and transfer it to leca eventually. So that can go to the side for now. This is the first cutting I'm taking. There's a node that I can cut off here and just propagate that little stick. So I'm gonna do that because why the hell not? Then I'm gonna take this leaf cutting, which looks like, oh! I'm gonna take this leaf cutting right here and stick it in there. I need to start making a spot before I just go in squishing plants down. Here goes another single leaf cutting. Stick that in some rooting hormone. I'm gonna show you guys the finished result, but I'm just gonna take out the little pot with my succulent in it because he keeps falling every time I tilt this thing. But I do have him in this little pot with a drainage hole so it's able to absorb moisture, and he's just stuck in here as well. Other than that, I will be doing an update on this propagation box as well. There are a lot of plants in here. Like, I'm kind of nervous because when all of these plants get roots, I am going to have to pot them before they get entangled. I do plan to put all of these cuttings into leca once they get roots. A lot of these plants, like the baby tears, are gonna grow roots within the next week, so I'll be able to take those out and put something else in that spot. There's Enjoy Pothos, there's Polka Dot Begonia, there's a bunch of wet sticks in here as well. String of Pearls, Scindapsus pictus, Windowsill Harwarthia, and I think that's it. I usually have a 100% success rate when I do these little propagation boxes, so I'm not worried that I'll have any problems with any of these plants rooting. I never made a propagation box this big before, so I am very excited. I really like how the Scindapsus pictus looks in here. They just look so cute, and I cannot wait to move these to like a perlite little box that I did. I also wanted to show you guys, I ordered on Etsy the Mimosa pudica plant, which is the sensitive plant, the one that you can touch and it like moves all slow. I ordered the seeds and they came in this cute little package, but I started the seeds in there and look, they've sprouted. I'm so excited. As soon as I see some more growth and have more progress with this, I will be updating you on this as well. I did want to show you this, my ZZ Raven cutting that I took in my last propagation video, I think. It has roots. And it's so weird because every other time I propagated a ZZ plant, it always got the rhizome ball first and then the roots after. So that's very interesting. I can't wait to see that thing grow. That brings me to the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy. Give me a thumbs up if you did make it this far, and until my next one, bye. Oh, I almost fell.